Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Norma Rojas Mora, and I'm the Executive Director of Government Relations and Development for the Kern Community College District. Today, we're honored to be joined by the California Resources Corporation, who are presenting us with a check for $1.94 million to establish the to establish the CRC Carbon Management Institute. We have a brief program today, and so I just really want to recognize and thank the audience for joining us today. It's always wonderful when we have a full house with us. I'd also like to recognize the media and thank them for their attendance today. So without further ado, I want to go ahead and get this started and introduce our Kern Community College District expert on carbon management, Mr. Tunde Daru.
Okay, thank you everyone. As introduced, my name is Tunde Daru, and what I do in California is help energy companies implement strategic energy projects from the development through implementation. And it's my pleasure today to explain to you what the CRC $1.9 million investment in carbon management in Kern CCD will do to the district goals. I'm going to focus on three areas. First is the area of community education. This investment would make the Carbon Management Institute the go-to place and first of its kind in Kern County, and it will help our community understand the role and importance of carbon capture, utilization, conversion, and storage in our community and the technologies associated with this. In this institute, we'll be inviting residents to learn about the application of this carbon management technologies, and they'll understand the impact of these technologies in reducing the greenhouse emissions in the atmosphere, and most importantly, understanding the role our community and county has to play in this new carbon economy. I don't know if you know, but Kern County has a vast storage potential for carbon dioxide. So they will be educated in this area. The second aspect will be in the area of project professional development. By providing access to cutting-edge technologies for carbon dioxide reduction, incumbent workers and new entrants into the energy industry will get world-class and hands-on learning experience through the Carbon Management Institute. As being part of the CRL, which is the California Renewable Energy Lab, this institute can leverage on Kern Community College districts, the work that Sonia has done, with existing partnership with national laboratories to provide state-of-the-art tools, access, and training in carbon management practices. The final thing, which is most exciting to me, is the installation of the different carbon reduction mini demonstration projects at Bakersfield College and other campuses to reinforce student learning in the deployment and operation of these technologies. The first of these mini demonstration plants will be at the Bakersfield College, and it will utilize the carbon combustion technology to provide students with the visual operation of carbon management in operations. They would understand how to deploy these technologies. They will understand the different types of technologies with post-carbon capture, post-combustion carbon capture, pre-combustion carbon capture, direct air capture, and so on. And they'll be able to troubleshoot these systems in operation. And what will be exciting for the community is that these mini demonstration plans would have a visitor center where members of the community can come in and have carbon capture and storage demystified and learn alongside with the students how these technologies impact our community. These mini demonstration labs, coupled with the district's approach to community education and professional development, will go a long way in enriching the learning experience of future carbon management workforce. At this time, I would like to invite our current CCD Chancellor, Dr. Sonia Christie.
Well, good afternoon, friends. Before I make my remarks, there is an individual, a beautiful woman sitting to my left. My boss, the Vice President of the Kern Community College District Board of Trustees. So I would love to invite Nan to share a few remarks.
I like it when a place plans for short people, so thank you all. Well, we have such wonderful partners here today with us and visionaries who see the importance of workforce development and economic development for all of our communities. It really is about planning for a skilled workforce for Kern County, and what better way to build on this, what I think of as innovative, but it may have been around a long time, approach to carbon capture or sequestration. When I think about the over 35,000 students that Kern District serves, over 5 counties, we have an obligation to them to look forward, to see the kinds of jobs that they're going to need to have in the future in order to provide for their family and to give back to the communities where they live. And so when Romeo Aguilar, as our president, first started talking about this, and the board passed the resolution to name the institute, we started talking about how can we best support these efforts. And so it's so good to see people in the room who are also supportive, because I know it's going to take more than a village to make this happen. But on behalf of the board, I'd like to thank our partners and the people who have the vision to carry this forward. We know that we couldn't have chosen a better chancellor than Sonia Christian to lead the way. Thank you.
So I'm back. And my heart is really full. This work in the energy space has been work that we at the Kern Community College District have been doing for many years. Hello everyone who's here, and hello everyone who's watching us online. We are live streaming right now. So when CRC decided to show their confidence in the Kern Community College District with that amazing gift that you see to my right, it just felt like an external validation to the hard work that we've been doing here at Kern CCD. You know, I want to share and brag about the talented faculty and staff that we have. The work related to energy started many years ago. We started with partnerships. We partnered with the National Renewable Energy Laboratory. And in fact, when we got funded on June 30th, 2022, when the governor of California signed the state budget, there was a line item for $50 million for the California Renewable Energy Lab, modeled after the National Renewable Energy Lab. And that particular work is really the work that we've been doing for many years that sort of culminated in this huge investment proposal. Prior to that, we worked with the county, the city of Bakersfield, and our rural cities in 2 revolutionary technical assistance grants. It was called the Communities LEAP project, which was unveiled by the Department of Energy as a way to seed efforts, innovation in 22 centers around the country. We had our grants team, and I see many of you here today, gear up and really do the hard work of writing a competitive grant with our partners. Can you believe it that Kern County and the city of Bakersfield and the rural cities got 2 out of the 22 in the nation? I mean, how cool is that? And that too is really testimony of the leadership and the talent and the commitment, not only within the Kern Community College District, but really across the county and across the region. You know, when you're in a day full of, gratitude and thankfulness, I want to recognize a few individuals within the Kern Community College District. You know, certainly Liz Roselle, who has been leading the effort, Dave Teasdale, who's been working on our energy work, and many of you who have joined the team now. We've got our High Roads team, we've got our community engagement team, and we've got our energy team. And so the team is really growing. You see Tunde, who's an absolute expert in this area, has joined our team to really grow the team and provide the support. To my left, you see our executive director of our foundation, Cheryl Scott, who's been phenomenal in truly partnering with the college and the district in bringing in resources, not just dollars, but bringing in individuals who can influence the trajectory of the work here in Kern County. Through all of this work, all of it, okay, we've had one steadfast partner, and that is CRC. And when I started researching CRC and where they were planning their strategic plan, what struck me was this was a company that was really forward-looking. They were not looking at what was happening today. They were looking at what was going to happen in the future. And they made a decision. They decided that they wanted to create that future. And they started mobilizing the company with very, very bold investments. Part of their focus in innovation is really bringing emerging technologies. Some of the technologies we have currently, some of the technologies are still being developed in the laboratory settings. And we at Kern Community College District recognize this boldness and this future thinking because guess what? The slogan we have here is we predict the future at Kern by creating it. Our slogan here at Kern CCD is that we dare mighty things. And we saw that in what I call a soulmate in industry who was daring mighty things. It is a very complicated space, this space of energy. There is a lot of chatter. There is a lot of political movement and there are a lot of opportunities. But CRC has been focused, stable, steady, and moving forward with purpose. And those are the individuals that do create our future. To us at the Kern Community College District, they are family. So when I talk about their Chief Operating Officer, I talk about Sean Kearns. When I talk about their Chief Sustainability Officer, it's just our friend, Chris Gold. When we talk about the technical conversations where Tunde and James Megara hang out and plan what those technologies would look like, I'm talking about our friend, Kim Haney. And then you see to my right an individual who I've been so amazed to get to know in the last maybe year or year and a half. And there have been good times and crazy times, Joe. And Joe Ashley is able to go into these very heated conversations and create friendships. And it's been really remarkable. And I just wanted to mention Nicole Parra as well. Nicole has joined us as a new person on our CRL team, and is forging and providing us leadership. So wanted to acknowledge Nicole as well. So I'd like to conclude with the two people who really made today happen. Two friends who knew that something magical was happening at CRC and something magical was happening at Kern CCD. And these two individuals got together and made something bigger happen. When 1 + 1 came together, it wasn't 2, 1 + 1 came together, these two individuals and what they created was 100. And that's what happened when Norma Rojas Mora from Kern CCD and Gabriela Gonzalez from CRC started a conversation. It resulted in $2 million to advance this work, to accelerate this work with urgency. So with deep gratitude, I invite to us Gabby to speak on behalf of CRC.
That was beautiful. I don't think I need this step. And I really don't need this mic, but we're going to make it work. Can you hear me? Nice. Perfect. Thank you, Chancellor Christian, for the introduction. My name is Gabriela Gonzalez. I am the External Affairs Advisor for California Resources Corporation. I'm here to deliver remarks on behalf of our Chief Operating Officer, Sean Kearns. California Resources Corporation is an independent oil and natural gas company committed to energy transition in the sector. CRC has some of the lowest carbon intensity production in the US, and we are focused on maximizing the value of our land, mineral, and technical resources for decarbonization by developing carbon capture and storage and other emission-reducing projects. CRC has had a strong dedication to local communities where we live and work. Our core values of character, responsibility, and commitment direct how we conduct our business, contribute to our communities, support local communities and economies, protect the environment, and interact daily with our stakeholders. Our charitable contributions all support one of three focus areas: public health and safety and the environment, STEM and job training, and diversity, equity, and inclusion. The partnership with Kern Community College District is extremely exciting. This investment will support the establishment of the CRC Carbon Management Institute, the first of its kind initiative that will empower local and private public partnerships to lead the way in defining how collaboration between education and industry can positively impact our communities. Funding will be used for research and development, community outreach and education, workforce training and education. Carbon management academies will focus on advancing carbon capture and storage, CCS, and emerging technologies that will help ensure the long-term success of Kern County students and the communities. CRC has pledged, this is really exciting, CRC has pledged to be net zero by 2045, and we believe in initiatives such as these will help advance the necessary technologies, adoption, and long-term success of our local communities. This collaboration started over 2 years ago when Norma Rojas Mora first approached Joe Ashley and I to discuss the forward-thinking approach Kern CCD was taking and addressing energy and climate resiliency through workforce development and community education. So we've been tracking, CRC has been tracking Kern CCD's work and the intentional approach that they are taking to understand carbon management and the commitment to ensuring that communities are aware and are provided education with the technological wording and means. CRC is committed to the energy transition, and we are proud to partner with an institution dedicated to educational attainment. So thank you so much. On behalf of CRC, we present you this beautiful check, and I know there's going to be many more conversations to come, photos, but we really want the community to embrace CRC and feel that you have a partner and an ally with CRC through Joe Ashley and myself. We're always open to meet with key officials or communities to explain more about what carbon capture is so that we are all aware and we're all on the same page. So this is very exciting. Thank you so much.
Thank you for that. So again, exciting times at KCCD. This really does conclude our event, but we will be having photographs in the check, official photos with the check. So Joe, if you will do me the honor, and Gabby, of maybe grabbing that large check that we're happy about, and we can certainly